We'll look now at question 12 from the 2013 revised higher physics paper. And it says that part of a radioactive decay series is shown in the diagram. The symbols x1 here and x to x5 represent nuclides in this series. So we start with a nuclide which decays and turns into x2 and x3 and x4 and then to x5, and we can see what happens as it decays to the mass number and to the atomic number. So then the question continues. I'll just rub out these bits here because they can add a bit of confusion. The question continues. The student makes the following statements, and down below it says which of these are correct. So we'll go through the statements and then we'll have a look and see what that corresponds to, whether it's A, B, C, D, or E. So statement number 1, x2 and x3 contain the same number of protons. Now bear in mind that the number of protons relates to the atomic number, so this is the number of protons, and the mass number is the number of protons plus neutrons. So nuclides 2 and 3 contain the same number of protons, and that's clearly not correct because 2 contains 90, 3 contains 91, so that's wrong. Statement 2, nuclide x1 decays into x2 by emitting an alpha particle. So x1 has an atomic number of 92 and a mass number of 238. So you would write x1, say over here, with its mass and atomic number. So the mass number goes at the top, which is 238, and the atomic number at the bottom, which is 92. And that decays into x2, which has a mass number of 234 and an atomic number of 90, which means that it loses 2 protons, and it also loses a mass number of 4, which means it also loses 2 neutrons. So effectively what's decayed is a particle with 2 protons and 2 neutrons, and we know that that is an alpha particle. So this one is correct. And statement 3, the nuclide x3, which is here, decays into x4 by emitting a beta particle. So I'll write this down here. x3 has an atomic number of 91 and a mass number of 234. If you're not sure, that's lined up with the 91 and lined up with the 234, and that decays into x4, which has a atomic number of 1 bigger and a mass number which is equivalent to 234. So if it does this, the atomic number increases by 1, so there's 1 more proton in the nucleus, but there are no more neutrons. In fact, there has to be 1 less neutron for that to take place. So effectively what happens is 1 neutron turns into 1 proton and 1 electron is emitted. And so effectively that electron is emitted from the nucleus, which means this is beta decay. So part 3 is also correct. So it's 2 and 3 are the right answers. So just leaving all of that stuff on the screen, which of these is right? I'll just get rid of these just to avoid confusion. 2 and 3 were correct, and that means our answer has to be D.